Welcome back to Football Pundits. This episode is another fun one, the actual fun in the pundits. We're doing a section called Keep or Dump. We're going through a couple of players in every squad, the top six, traditional top six in the EPL, and we're going to decide if the player should be kept by the club or dumped on his ass, right? We're going to start off with Arsenal because, hey, Arsenal is always a fun one. Kern, I'm going to ask you first. Maitland Niles.
Keep.
Keep. Abhishek.
I'd say if you get an offer like Iwobi for 34 million, I think dump because clearly they made money on Iwobi and he turned out to be a completely rotten player. So if you get money like that, dump, otherwise keep.
I mean, look at that performance he just gave in back-to-back games at Wembley, guys. Come on. Kolasinac.
Keep.
Dump.
Ooh.
For me, backup to Tierney.
Yeah,
that's
right.
it.
If you let go of Maitland Niles, how do you let go of Kolasinac as well?
If it's in relative terms, fair enough. If it's in absolute terms, I think Kolasinac is well past his expiry date at Arsenal Football Club. That's the way I'm looking at it.
To be fair, that's what I would agree with as well. So I would say dumb, 100%. Guendouzi, Abby, your favorite player, Guendouzi.
I'm going to leave this to Abby.
Do you know when you have a nice cup of filter coffee in the morning after a hard night out of partying? You know that incredible Rajput dump that comes? That's Guendouzi for me, man. He's not a normal dump. He's a big dump.
I'm feeling damn bad that you compared him to a Rajput dump because I love the Rajput dumps, man. I don't have that love for Guendouzi.
I say wherever Unai Emery goes, I think he should go along with him. I think Arsenal can very easily dump him. Xhaka's come to his best under Arteta, so we should not waste more time on that. Mesut Ozil.
I'll let you go first.
Dump because he's clearly not playing anymore. He's clearly said, I'm here just because, I have a contract, they're paying me the money, so I'm staying. If I don't have a contract, they throw me out on my butt, right? So he's obviously there just to make the money. So from an Arsenal perspective,
Ozil, you can turn him around.
But he's not playing.
You can get him to play.
But he's not playing, right? They tried under Emery, they've tried under Arteta, they've tried under two managers. It's not worked out. He clearly doesn't have his heart over there. He doesn't have mind to play there. If he would play, great, but he's not. So just because he's not playing, I'm saying dump. For the club, obviously.
Abby?
For the player, great, making money.
Kern's given me fantastic, perspective. And just for that, I'm going to say keep. Because I don't disagree with what he's saying at all. Right. The only way that I'm looking at this is that if he had to go, he should have been gone by now. I don't see anyone going in the market for Mesut Ozil. I think United got very lucky with Sanchez to get rid of him. No one's going for Mesut Ozil. He's been sitting on that bench for months now. And if you're paying so much money to a player who still can probably give you a little bit, I think he's a good player to keep. But in an ideal scenario, Kern, of course.
I would say 100% keep. The only club I see him actually would have gone to and done well at would be Inter Milan if they didn't take Eriksen in January. He'd be fitting into that squad and playing out quite well. But that's not happened. But hey, Arsenal, stranger things have happened. You beat Chelsea, City and Liverpool in 3 games at Wembley. Only you guys can figure this one out. And Kern, Lacazette. I know you have points to share on that.
So I know Lacazette seems like he's on his way out. For me, at least, it seems like he doesn't fit into the Arteta system completely because he's given the chance for the likes to Nketiah and all to start regularly in front of him. As a squad sense, if I was an Arsenal fan, I would want Lacazette to be there because he adds that depth. But is Lacazette a squad depth player? I don't think so. He's more of the player he wants to start every single game, right? And I think he can get that at good clubs. So from that sense, I see him leaving. But if I were Arsenal, I would say keep Lacazette. He's a good asset.
I would say hell 100% keep because when you see Lacazette starting, you see the kind of you need a number 9. Whatever respect to Aubameyang, and he plays left and he's played left for them for a while. He doesn't have a number 9 kind of finishing, right? He has great finishing, great pace, but you need a number 9. Arsenal would love a number 9 like Lacazette. Very foolish if they let him go. This in this stage, right? Abby, keep. I'm thinking you'll say keep. So not going to mince any more words over there. We're going to move on now to Manchester United because hey, why not, right? And I'm going to start off with the big whopper right there. David De Gea.
Keep.
He's a keeper. He's a keeper.
He's a keeper.
I mean, look.
He's going to be pushed really hard this season. I mean, imagine having two of the best keepers in the Premier League, in a broader sense, not just last season. Two of the best keepers in the Premier League play for you. It's massive. It's going to be it's going to be one of the most difficult seasons for David De Gea in a lot of senses. So I'm just looking forward to that. Keep, no doubt, keep.
Yeah, Abby, the way I see
I think it's what he needs.
Yeah, I think it's what he needs. I think
What he needed that Henderson to come in and threaten him. Yeah.
I think Romero was a nice guy. I think he needs Henderson to come step on his toes and keep pushing him. Anyway, look, he's had a couple of years, 2 seasons with errors. He does one more of those seasons. He's going to be on his way out next year anyway. But this year, guys, he should be kept. Keep the faith in the guy who's kept you relevant in the last 7 seasons, United fans. Please have faith in him. And Abby's favorite, Juan Mata. There we go. See,
that's it's very difficult to disconnect the emotion from this. Yeah. So, dump. I think he's also well past his expiry date. Dump.
Also, for me, it's important to mention here that breaking news: Van de Beek is now joined, right? So there's one more player who's come into that attacking position, which then now we have Mata and the likes on their way out, man. So even for me, Mata is a dump.
The way I see it, Man United needed squad depth. United are getting squad depth. But do I see Manchester United signing any more players which would warrant, say, if we'll come to a few other players, there won't be space enough for Mata to make an impact? I don't think so. I think they should keep him for one more year and let him go wherever he wants to go in January or next year. But hey, I've been outvoted there. What about Jesse Lingard?
Dump.
Keep. For me, he's the squad rotation guy in this. So for me, I know we're going to talk about him next, but Pereira, Lingard and Mata, from the 3, we need to keep 1. So we have that one person in the depth, and then you obviously have Magebury and all coming from the youth and supporting them.
Yeah.
So which is why for me, Lingard can be that squad fringe player who probably comes in the Carabaos or just last 5
He's your best of the worst.
Best of the worst, yeah.
So
I was going to say that to Mata actually.
Exactly.
Mata is my best of the worst.
Yeah, Mata is my best of the worst, and second behind him would be Lingard. Sorry.
Yeah.
So fair. I don't know. I'm torn on this, so I'm going to just do what I feel like doing in the edit, and I'll just put some random explosive video there if I want. Moving on to Fred, because you said Van der Beek might join United. What about Fred?
Caps lock, bold, italics, underline, keep. He is the continental player we need for next year's Champions League. Absolutely keep.
Yeah, I think for this season, keep for sure. I see it becoming slightly tricky, maybe start of next season, where between Matic, Fred, McTominay, Van de Beek, between 4 of them, they'll be sort of fighting to push aside Pogba and Bruno, which will be tough. So just by that regards, it'll be big. But for this season, absolutely keep. Let's see what happens next season. For this
100%, Fred should be kept on the side. United fans would agree that Fred was very pivotal for them to finish where they did before we went into the club went into lockdown, or the Premier League went into lockdown, right? Before Pogba's were injured, no Bruno Fernandes, etc. So moving on from United to my favorite club, apparently according to Kern, Spurs. And Ndombele.
Favorite FPL club at least.
Dump. He said Spurs, I said dump.
Yeah. I mean, I think all the Spurs fans would say it's just dump for Ndombele, but what about you guys?
Oh, dude, isn't he like the record signing? Like last season? It's crazy. I mean, I'd say keep just because if he can transform now, it'd be massive. It's like what we sort of spoke about Ozil a while earlier, right? Like if he can put in those performances somehow, it'll be great for Spurs. So just by that logic, I'd say keep. But yeah, in the end, same for what I said for Ozil. If he's not playing, then obviously dump him. What's the point?
I'd say the Serie A is coming around with a lot of money. Dump him. They've got a few additions there. They have enough of depth. They've got I'm not going to say the names. Some of them will come up again. But Abby, what do you think? I think he just...
Yeah, I think dump as well. For me, it's a different reason. I think Mourinho, when he gets into clubs, he likes to sort of drop his nuts and to show that he's boss. He likes to take on the big man, right? Like he did at United when he took on Pogba. I think it's a similar story with Ndombele. I don't see him getting a second chance under Mourinho. I don't see him. I think it's a dump. Just cut your losses with him, dump him, get someone that Mourinho wants.
Yeah, I mean, we saw this also in the during the lockdown, right? He specially went out to train him in a park and broke curfew and stuff like that. And then still didn't start him in most of the games. That should tell you all you need to know. And just by logic, you've got Højbjerg. Spurs have signed a kind of Doherty. I think the system is changing. I don't see Ndombele fitting in that system anyway for Spurs. I think that's enough on that for me. What about Lamela?
Keep. Good squad depth player. He's come off and done good stuff. Keep.
Yeah. Hasn't done much wrong also, to be fair to him.
I would say only dump
he comes
because
in, he puts a good shift.
I would say dump only because they already have Mora, who's now squad depth player. They have Bergwijn, who's a squad depth player. Because if they start off fit with,
Do you think Mora is a squad depth player? I thought Mora got a lot of appearances last season. Mourinho trusts him
after the injuries, not before.
No, but he performed. He performed. He did well. When Son came back also, when Harry Kane came back, Mora was still there on the team sheet.
So, of course, if your Spurs and ambition is there, you want as much a squad depth as possible, right? So, why would you get rid of him? I'm saying, looking at the squad players they already have and the midfield looks quite packed, I see it really hard for him to get any more starts. But he does have the tenacity to show up. So, I've been outvoted there. Maybe fair enough. What about the last player I talked about? Maybe slightly controversial. Maybe not. Any guesses, guys, who I'm talking about?
Jose Mourinho.
Harry Kane.
Dele Alli.
Keep 100%.
Keep.
Like no doubt. He's one of his main players now. After.
Might just have too many injuries to contain with. Spurs might be over reliant on him. They let go of Eriksen already to make sure that Dele Alli has a clean start there. Would be risky.
I mean, Sir Alex told Jose to sign him at United, so clearly there's some value there. But no, man, I think Dele Alli is the kind of player who, even if he has one bad season, you should still keep him because he's got that much promise, that much potential. He's the kind of player who can turn it around. And I wish I saw this in Jesse Lingard as well, but I don't.
Yeah, so I see, I honestly at some points, as Annie said that, he goes so hot and cold. And sometimes I used to call Dele Alli the Sasta Lingard. I've seen so many times him giving such performances where, as I said, it's so many times, we wish what Lingard, the performance he would put in, and he would. He'd go to Emirates and he'd do the Millie Rock and he'd put those performances in, which I can see, I can actually see Dele Alli do that exact thing. I can picture him doing the exact dance and everything, right? So just in that terms, I'm saying keep because I think after Kane and Son, he is their main attacking outlet, right? Right now at least. So he's very vital to this team. But if he keeps putting in those hot and cold seasons, he could very easily become what Lingard became.
I'm going to move on to the last player. Sessegnon, young player they signed. Jose has no faith in him. He's relatively fit. Last part of the lockdown, no starts.
Keep. Because where I'm coming from is Spurs are also playing Europa qualification. They're going to play Thursday, Sunday, even qualification. Forget Europa main draw when it comes later. And with the fixture congestion that's coming this season, they're going to need the likes of Sessegnon to play those random away games to, Wi-Fi passwords, as we like to call them.
Okay, moving on. Never mind. Let's go straight to Chelsea. Jose Mourinho's ex-club. And Kepa.
Dump. Big, solid dump.
Yeah. For me, Kepa should have been dumped under Sarri itself the day when that whole incident happened of the penalty substitution. 100%. I think that for me itself was dump. So ever since then, I've never looked back at
and I don't know why Chelsea fans ever bother defending that guy. His status was atrocious even back then. It was the worst last season, so I don't know why you all defended him and called him.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought Chelsea fan sentiment has also turned on him. I don't think too many Chelsea fans want him at the club.
Very recently, it turned now. Finally, they still defended him after that stupidity versus Sarri. Any player who does that on live TV to your manager should be dumped, right? That's just right. It is. But hey, moving on. We all agree on that, right? Giroud.
Keep. 100%
keep.
I'm going to be a bit controversial here. I'm going to say dump, not because of his caliber or all. I just feel that with Hudson-Odoi, Batshuayi, Timo Werner, I just think by keeping Giroud, you're in a way blocking these Tammy Abraham. If you dump Giroud, it's almost like you're putting confidence and trust in these Abrahams and Hudson-Odois to say that, look, I'm getting rid of Giroud. He's a guaranteed 10-15 goal guy because I'm going to put you guys in the limelight. So I think as a manager, for the sake of my players' morale, for the youngsters, I would take that gamble and say, you know what, Giroud, thank you very much. You've been a great servant for whatever 2-3 years, but now's the time I need to back these youngsters and blood them into the squad. So for those reasons, I'd say down.
I'd say the exact those reasons, but the opposite, that you need that many players, a Giroud-like player with experience to play in the Champions League and the League and the FA Cup and challenge in the Premier League, looking at what Liverpool have done last season and City have done season before that. You need these kind of players, all of them, to compete with City and Liverpool because the bar has been set so high. Okay, if we are looking at it just player by player, I get your comment. But knowing what we're knowing and looking at a Batshuayi who's anyway underperformed for Chelsea, could be on his way out. And I'm going to now put this gun into Batshuayi and put it over to you. I would say Batshuayi definitely dumb. Been hot and cold and just cold, yeah.
I think Batshuayi definitely out. I sort of agree with Abby, in the whole support the youth, right? So if Giroud leaves, and what message does they send to Tammy Abraham, who was their breakthrough striker last year? Having, if you ask me before lockdown, Giroud was definitely dumb. But the amount of vital goals he scored after that. So for me, it's Werner, Tammy and Giroud that should stay, and hence Batshuayi on dump.
100%.
For me, Batshuayi is still a dump. Actually, when I made the previous point, I didn't mean to mention his name. I think where I was coming from was Timo Werner, Hudson-Odoi and Tammy Abraham. Keep these three as your front strikers. Also, Chelsea don't play more than one centre forward, right? So if you look at it now with Kai Havertz coming in and with all the signings that they've made, it's essentially Werner, Abraham, Hudson-Odoi fighting for one position for most of the games. Correct. So with that context also, I'd say dump Batshuayi.
Also, I'd just like to mention that Hudson-Odoi now is 27. He's no longer a youth player like Lingard is. So maybe Chelsea fans might lose patience with him by the end of this year. But hey, we're not talking about him
and
today.
Also Hudson-Odoi does prefer, like, he started playing more like off the wing. So I think he's gonna have to try and like get the place from like Ziyech and the kinds, who sort of
Ziyech, I think, will be unstoppable and untouchable this season.
Fair enough. So I'm going to move on. I'm going to go to Alonso. Chilwell has come in. Emerson is not trusted the most. Do you think if they should choose Emerson or Alonso? I don't know what, Emerson or Alonso?
Emerson for me.
Emerson. Yeah.
I thought he had a better season than Alonso last time, and I think Alonso's done at Chelsea. He was really bad last season. Like, I can't believe he dropped his level that much, To
the point where Azpilicueta was playing left back rather than right back, so that's
or centre back he prefers now.
So you are saying Emerson over Alonso?
Yeah.
I would say
also
Alonso
they might get good money on Alonso, I think.
Yeah.
I would say Alonso still, when you're fighting the way they are and looking at the players they've signed with such serious intent, you would rather keep that experience around over Emerson, who could still go wrong. But hey, I've been outvoted there, so fair enough. I'm just going to edit this whole part out and suit my opinion. So you guys.
And just to add one more point to Emerson, we watched him very closely when Chelsea played United, and I thought he was one of the best players on the pitch that game.
So the last Chelsea player, and then we move on to Liverpool. Christensen.
Keep.
Again, depth in centre back.
I would just say, I know Chelsea.
A place where they're dire.
And you all criticize your centre back so much. Who else do you have? Rather give him one more year. He's still definitely a young player. If you give him and crying out so much for Hudson-Odoi, man, give Christensen the chance. He has been solid in some games too. Showed really good qualities, right? So keep, especially when you have the likes of injuries with Zuma and stuff, and he's in and out of your squad, right? Moving on to Liverpool. Gini Wijnaldum.
Obviously, I think if you ask Liverpool fans, they'll say keep, right? Because this squad, I don't think they'll remove anyone, because it's not a squad that's had too much depth per se. Every player has sort of played a bit part here and there. But I think if Thiago comes in, then it's a relief, because then it just becomes, maybe sort of unsettles at midfield. So I think if that is happening, or apparently for that to happen, he has to leave as well. Also, last year on his contract, so it just makes sense if they are offloading anyone, offload the one who's just got 1 year left on his contract.
Yeah, I think I looked at in Abbey and put it off to you. As much as you can say that Keita has failed so far, you would not let Keita off after the money they paid for him. You'd rather send off the guy who's older, who's not renewing his contract. For that reason, I would say dump Wijnaldum. But what do you think?
I would keep him, man, because, I think Wijnaldum is so much more than what he offers on the pitch, right? You can see he's Klopp's boy, brings in a lot of positivity to the team. I personally rate him a lot as a footballer, right from his Newcastle days. I think he's a very good talent. And in fact, I would say that if you were to dump, maybe not dump Naby Keita, but you should be putting him on the line, right? Just because you come with a big price tag doesn't mean you're secured from the team. I think Gini Wijnaldum is an asset to this Liverpool side.
So I agree with you.
But for the players' sake, dump, because I just don't think he played enough last season, man. Even Klopp himself said, right, that Gini was upset. He's always upset at me because I don't play him. So
and he wasn't.
Thiago's coming in, then he's on his way out.
See, Henderson is going to be injured for longer. It's not that there's no space in the squad for him, but if a Thiago is coming in, I see the same problem happening anyway, right? Thiago is not a bench player. Thiago is a player who, like a Busquets, will want to give you every single minute in the game and go at it, right? 100%. Moving on now to Shaqiri.
Keep good coming off the bench, right? I've always thought that one injury to one of their front three, and suddenly Liverpool have no one. So I think definitely keep.
I think Shaq is a better substitute than Origi. I think he's a much better player than Origi, and I think he gives a lot more to this Liverpool side. This is what I think, and I've always liked Shaq, even at Stoke. The other thing is, Liverpool aren't going to be spending too much. FSG have made it very clear that funds aren't going to be available. So in fact, as much as I'd hate to say it, I think Liverpool should try to retain as much of their squad as they can this season, because it's going to be a tough Premier League to defend. 60-odd games, limited time frame. There are going to be injuries. I think keep.
So my last player there, because you mentioned this point, might become a moot point since you're saying they should retain players, which was why a lot of players I mentioned on the list I've not mentioned right now. But they need a better keeper. So Adrian, he has the issues with clangers, man. He's not the safest second chief keeper.
You mean backup keeper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Adrian dumped because Alisson has been injury prone or unlucky. If you want to defend that title the way people are shoring up and City are going to come strong, you need a better second keeper.
I think when Alisson went out, Adrian did a decent enough job. So just for that, I'm going to say keep. I mean, that's what you want the second keeper for. If the first one's injured, come in and see out the games that he's injured for, and he did that effectively. So for that, I'm going to say keep.
Which month did Alisson go out? When did he get injured?
I think it was December, wasn't it? I think it was around
just a little before December.
So I think they already had a cushion by December, right? By December, Jan.
They were already doing good enough in the league, I feel.
Yeah. For me, I mean, I agree with both of you also. It's a tough one for me. Annie says dump, get a better second keeper as backup. But I personally rate Alisson so much that I just think that he's going to play pretty much every game this season, right? It's going to take another freak injury to put him out. I think keep. I don't think he did anything that wrong. Keep.
Fine, we'll move on to Man City and then close off this topic because we've been rumbling on for a while now.
City City?
Yeah, I like City. I could not find any players you'd say traditionally to say dump, because they have the right players to start, the right backups for them. But looking at just the performance last season and the drop of quality, like you mentioned with Alonso, if you're talking about that, I would say Otamendi and Stones. Stones too injury prone, and Otamendi maybe too old now. So I'm going to do a face-off. Otamendi or Stones? Keep or dump? Which one of them? You have to pick one.
Otamendi dump.
Otamendi dump. I would say Stones still has enough in him to be a ball-playing centre-back. Suits Pep's style. English player, very important for City to have those English players around. With Foden coming into the squad, right? There's a reason why he's been there and been pipped as David Silva's replacement. So we won't talk too much about that. I'm guessing it's a very simple one. I mean, people would say Fernandinho because they have Rodri and Gundogan, but Fernandinho can clearly play anywhere now. He played centre forward in the one of the last games I saw him. So clearly he is very reliable and a key senior member to Pep's squad, right? So that was our edition of Keep or Dump. We know a lot of players we've not mentioned, especially in Manchester United, but because a lot of those have to definitely go out. But let us know what you think in comments on Twitter. Hit us up and we will be happy to get back to you. Hit subscribe on our YouTube channel. Hit like on our videos. Turn notifications on and we'll see you in the next one.